Hey everybody and welcome back. My name is Joel and this is A Stable Life. Today's another Veggie Boys day, guys. We spent the morning working on dirt. So you're actually tuning in with me halfway through the day. It's in the afternoon and we're getting started with planting sweet corn. To start, we need to go grab the side-by-side. We're gonna be planting a number of different varieties of sweet corn and they're getting the planter set up. They were planting soybeans earlier. Today, they're moving over to sweet corn. And while Daniel and I are working on that, it looks like Brian, Rhonda, and Gavin and Matthew are gonna be working on filling up more mum pots. Gavin, how'd the day go so far for you?
Pretty smoothly.
Any issues?
Not a one.
What is he doing?
What we like to hear.
What is he doing? What's he doing over there?
I think he's putting dirt over there.
Dirt?
Peat moss?
Over there?
No, never mind.
Oh.
Sawdust.
Tailgate to the truck.
Ah. What's the plan, Skip?
We gotta go get the corn units.
Corn units? What do you mean corn units?
They're on the other corn planter.
Ah, so for those of you that don't know, you actually need a different tool to plant soybeans versus corn.
So when you're planting beans, it's a plate that spins and each bean goes in the hole of the plate and it plants. So basically it's faster so you can plant more seeds per acre. Because when you're planting beans, you plant more beans per acre. And when you're planting corn, you kind of want a smaller setup. Like this one is a finger pickup where it's a piece of metal that pushes down on the inside and grabs a kernel and it goes around and then the kernel pops out and it goes down into the planter.
We use both of those units when it comes to planting soybeans and of course field corn. Right now, since we're planting sweet corn, the seeds are pretty close to the same, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna be using the corn planting units in order to plant some sweet corn. Oh, there she is, guys. Beautiful. Wow. So these are the corn units that we're taking, these four right here.
The funny thing is, the reason they're on this planter is because I was planting soybeans and they need to plant green beans, so they use the corn units to plant the regular beans.
So you could use a corn planting unit to plant beans. It's just not as effective and efficient. Alrighty, we've got the corn units mounted up. Now we gotta go get them to the planter. All right, so while Daniel goes for fertilizer, looks like you and I are gonna be putting on corn planting units. And we gotta make sure we do this right. Otherwise, we'll be responsible for the sweet corn not being where it needs to be. Now, for any that are curious, this is actually pretty neat. You see this chain, this is what drives the planting unit. And there's these two little fingers right here. And those fingers match up with these fingers, and those fingers are what turns the plate, which then drops the seed. I don't know if you guys can see the bottom here, which is what drops those little flippers out. And then the seed goes down that hole right into the ground. That disc is where the fertilizer's put. Right here is where the ground is opened up to deposit the seed. And then right there is where the ground's closed behind it. It's a nice design because it allows us to be able to take the planting units off when needed. Because when you're on a farm that's this diverse, you're always changing something. Now we gotta put the corn seed in. I'll have to ask Daniel what type of corn we're planting, because I don't know. And the fertilizer goes in these tanks right up here, which is currently empty. So that's what Daniel's getting. And then we're ready to start planting. We've reached the field. Here you can see he's getting started right there. What's pretty neat about this whole thing is if you take a look at this field, you can see that this has not been tilled up. This is just the soil that has been left, and he's able to go around and plant this crop right in without tilling the soil at all. And you might be curious, how does it look? Check it out. We got a little baby corn coming up right here. Look how cute it is. He's a really tiny little one. Look at them all. It's been very sparse with rain, which is why we have some that are a little higher than others. But it's doing a really good job planting in this soil. You guys have heard as a theme through my videos that we need rain. Well, it's because we do. But thankfully, we do actually have rain in the forecast, and it's not just one day. There's actually about 4 or 5 days where we are scheduled to be getting some showers. It probably won't catch us up to how much rain we need, but it'll be something to give the plants that needed drink to get started really growing and coming up. What we could really use right now is a good 2-3 days of a solid, steady, light rain. That way it just soaks right in the ground. You have no runoff. It gives everything what it needs. You guys are probably curious about the smoke in our area. Today is the first day where things have started to clear up a little bit. You can still see that it is out there, but it is not as bad as it was yesterday. Yesterday, most of us were inside. We really didn't spend too much time outside. Daniel planted soybeans, and of course we fed and took care of the horses. and the horses are doing okay. Hopefully I'll be able to catch up with Gavin and see how the horses are doing today a little bit later in the video. Uh-oh, we got a rock. We got a big rock. Ugh. Well, looks like all the corn's up. That's nice to see. We just finished up with this farm here. As you can see, everything's planted. Now we're heading to the next farm. Daniel and I just wanted to go out and check and see what the rest of the corn crop's looking like. As you guys saw, it's looking good. We're at the next field where we're gonna be planting yellow and white corn. And no, I'm not talking about bread and butter sweet corn. I'm talking about yellow corn, white corn. Apparently some people like that stuff, so we plant it. At least that's what I'm told. Alrighty guys, corn's done. Next up is, I think we're grinding feed. I think. Let's go find out. What's up?
Need the 100 hooked to the auger.
The grain auger?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it sits right over here.
Okay. Right now we've got this tractor hooked up to this grain elevator, which is going to be feeding corn that is dried from this silo through, up the auger, into that truck. And that's the truck that they use to measure out how much corn they need for feeding cattle. So once that truck's full, then we will measure out the corn from that truck into the feed mixer that grinds the corn up and then allows us to mix a few other ingredients to make their cows feed. We just finished up and look who we found. Gavin!
Hi.
So Gavin, we wanted to check in and see, has the smoke been affecting the horses at all?
From today, no. But from what I hear the other day, pretty badly, yeah.
Were they having any problems breathing?
Not at all.
So then what was the problem?
Some of the horses that we have are from out west, and the smell of smoke were triggering some bad memories, so they were kind of anxious.
Okay, all right. But today they're okay?
Today, most of them seem pretty good, yeah.
Awesome, awesome. All right, good deal, Gavin. I knew they'd be in good hands. I appreciate you. I appreciate your face.
I appreciate your face.
Should we get back to work?
No.
That's another ingredient that they mix into the cow's feed. That's oats, and that's from the farm. I actually remember me and Daniel putting the oats into these bins. Neat to see it getting used now, almost a year later. So here you guys go. This is what the oats look like. They mix the oats and the corn and molasses, a couple minerals, some salt, a little bit of alfalfa all together, and boom, you got cow feed. And they use this big thing right here, which hooks up to the back of the tractor. The tractor then powers this unit that has a giant grinder and blower on it. So it grinds the feed, sends it up into the blower, and mixes all of the grain together. Okay, I'm going to try to explain this right now before the mixer turns on, because it does get a little loud. So the corn is in this right here. The oats are in that right there. Both feed into this auger, which then goes through into here. Right in here is the opening that goes into the grinder. There is magnets inside there that prevent any metal from going into the cow's feed. And then back here is where we put the mineral salts and all of the molasses into the grain. It all gets mixed, and then after it's mixed, it's run up this chute into this silo, where it is then stored and then used to feed the cows. that, everything is all taken care of. The feed is ground up. Looks like the last thing that we're gonna be working on today is taking all of the peppers out of the greenhouse and putting them on a wagon for transplanting tomorrow. And then that'll be it for today. I know, kind of feels like a light day, but for the morning, I pretty much was just moving dirt all morning, so I didn't really film much of that. We take these days. We'll take them when they come, that's for sure.
There's 3 jalapenos on the.
Okay.
From the other green.
Whoa. What?
There's a frog in one of them.
I said, there's something on here for him to find tomorrow. He's looking in the spider. I said, there's something bigger on here for him. Joel says, leave it for Andrew.
Is that what you said?
That's what I said.
I'm concerned.
So are those 3, these hot cherry?
Yeah.
Is yours hot cherry?
Yeah.
That's the last of the hot peppers.
I can't see it and I'm scared.
Okay.
Oh, is it?
No. That's it.
Am I just blind?
Yeah.
Oh, there's this big old toad in there, bro. So apparently there's a hitchhiker in the peppers. See if we can find him. He went deeper. He's going really deep. He's going all the way, Joel. I can't even see him. He's in there.
I think we leave them on here, let them enjoy the jungle tonight, and then tomorrow we ride.
We plant them.
Well guys, I think this is how we're gonna end the video. Uncle Brian over at the Veggie Boys got a new weed eater, a battery operated one, and it's working quite good. So we're cleaning up around the farm a little bit. By we, I mean Andrew. And it's looking quite nice. I think that'll definitely spruce up the place. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope that you enjoyed. If you haven't, don't forget to hit that like button and make sure that you're subscribed.
And as always, we'll see you in the next one.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Andrew. Thank you.
Yep. Bye-bye, guys. Take care.